But what I was saying, that last weekend in June, we got a Quiet Place Day 1.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I think everybody is. I think this is a film. You set it in New York now. It sets the stage for something much bigger than the first two. So I think if we're talking about a breakout threequel, even though this is a prequel, it is the third Quiet Place movie. This thing is going to be huge. This thing.
There's no Emily Blunt in this or John Krasinski directing, but he's producing though, right?
Yeah, he produces, and it looks like a banger. This thing is going to knock it out of the park.
This looks like a banger that I thought. I mean, hey, this looks like an apocalyptic horror movie. I love it. I'm loving this setting right now than the other two. So this feels exciting. The question is, Lupita Nyong is in this as the lead. And Joseph Quinn, I heard he's about to get some star going forward. It's exciting. But how would these two stars compare to Emily Blunt from the last two films? What's their star power, and will there be many attractions going forward to these casts?
Well, I think as we all know, I mean, it's rare for a horror film to have big names in it, right? It just is. And so John Krasinski and Emily Blunt in A Quiet Place is sort of actually the outlier, you know? So this actually brings the horror, the monsters, these aliens to the forefront. New York City is the main character here. This is what people want to see. So, you know, and these are very good actors that you're talking about too. So as you can see from the trailer, this is gonna kill it. It doesn't even matter who stars in it. This is the origin of Quiet Place. This is what the people have been wanting to see since the beginning of this franchise. So this opening with Kevin Costner's Horizon: An American Saga, Chapter 1, that same weekend, I think both these films are going to do very well for themselves.
I'm concerned on Horizon American Saga, though. Is it based on anything, or is it just like attractional? Because I don't find this film a little interesting. But I will say, this could play very good for adults that are looking for, like, let's say, I can't think of something in my head that besides saying Maverick for like generational audiences. I'm thinking like older audiences for this type of movie. I think it will just do fine. I mean, for that adult-oriented film, you know. And this is this is the first part also, and the second part is in August. All right, keep going. Sorry about that.
So if you think about Clint Eastwood and Unforgiven, and you think about Kevin Costner 20 years ago did a film called Open Range, also a Western, adjusted for inflation, that almost did 100 million. So it's not like Kevin Costner hasn't been here before. Kevin Costner also has been probably hotter than he's ever been since the 90s. Yeah, we're going back a ways with this thing. But because of Yellowstone on Paramount Plus and Peacock, he really has captured that older audiences, those oldsters, that demographic. The boomers will follow him to the end of the earth. This thing is going to play, I think, very well to those older audiences, and maybe get some new fans too. Those that have really appreciated and enjoyed Yellowstone might show up for this. There is a chance though that this thing fails, and if it does,
I literally think so.
Yeah, and if it does, you know, Warner Brothers released a little film you may or may not have heard of called The Postman. The Postman was also this 3-hour apocalyptic epic, which starred Kevin Costner and directed by delivering mail in a post-apocalyptic world. As you can guess, at 3 hours, this film did not play well. It cost a lot of money to make. It made $17 million, I think, domestically. It was a huge bomb. A lot of people like to talk about Waterworld being a bomb. It was nothing compared to what.
When did that film came out?
The Postman came out, I believe, in 97, 98, something like that.
I have to look that up.
Yeah. I can't remember if I have it in my notes here or not. No, I just have Open Range stuff. But again, that is the chance. But again, like at that time, Kevin Costner was coming off Waterworld, which wasn't critically acclaimed, wasn't well received, even though the people that liked it really liked it, even though I love the film now personally. I think it's a great action epic that they just don't make anymore. But The Postman was nothing like that. It just was not a great film. This really captures what Kevin Costner has been good at. If you followed his career, Silverado, if you followed Dances with Wolves, obviously won the Best Picture back in the day. This is him setting foot in that same territory. So I could be swayed either way here, but I feel like because Warner Brothers has already agreed to release 2 of these films in one summer, they got something here. I got to believe that.
Here's what I'll say. I say the first part is still going to be swarmed, but if the word on this movie is good and the second part comes, I think the second part could do way better than the first part. And I know it's not like a separate films. They're just like in one part. They're like one event film in like,
in 2 parts.
I mean, I never see that before. I never see like a film being in one, but split into parts for like different releases. It's not like, it's like The Matrix, where the second Matrix came out in like that May of like 2004 or something. Was that in 2004, or was it? Could I be wrong?
Yeah, I think you're right. It was it May, and the other one came out in November, something.
And
like
yeah, exactly. It's not like it's that. I mean, there are 2 separate films and there are 2 sequels.
Yeah.
Horizon, for what I understood, is like the whole movie but split into parts. So I think the second part could do just better than the first part if it does well received. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely.
We shall see.